candidate for Attorney General, Raph Graybill.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you especially to folks who traveled to be here. It means a lot to us. My name is Raph Graybill, and I'm running for Attorney General. And I want to use our time tonight to tell you a little bit about myself, about my values, but I also want to make an argument about why you should be excited about this race in particular. I'm a fifth-generation Montanan from Great Falls. Like many of you, I grew up going to the same local, quality public schools that my grandparents did. My wife, Marisa, is a teacher and a union member. And this year we welcomed our first child, our daughter Genevieve. I work here in Helena now, where I have the honor of fighting for Montanans, fighting for you as Governor Bullock's Chief Legal Counsel. Now, the Attorney General's job is not like other political offices. It's about taking on the big fights. It's about advocacy. It's about giving force of the law behind our rights and our Constitution. My career is built on advocacy. While politicians like to talk about public lands and public access, I've gone to court and fought for public access and won in Montana. I've stood up for our public schools at the U.S. Supreme Court. I've taken on big tobacco and won. And I've taken on the Trump administration in federal court and won here in Montana. I took on these fights from Main Street to the Supreme Court for you, because you're owed an advocate in this office, and we should demand advocacy from our Attorney General. You know, anytime you get that feeling, and we've all felt it, that our choices are being taken away from us, that we're getting nickeled and dimed, that's where you're owed an Attorney General who will fight for you. I think healthcare is the perfect example. Many people don't know this, but the Attorney General has a lot to say about the price you pay for prescription drugs and about whether you're treated fairly in the healthcare system. But you might not know it because our current Attorney General is asleep. We're going to change that. As your Attorney General, I will personally go to court to fight to protect the Affordable Care Act and protect Montanans with pre-existing conditions. Got the nurses over here. We'll take big pharmaceutical corporations to court, and we'll hold them accountable for price gouging and put money back in your pocket. You know, I met a woman in Havre last week who spends $2,400 a month for one of her 3 diabetes medications to live. That's wrong, and we can do something about that now. We have laws against that now. It just takes a fighter willing to do it. We'll take on confusing medical billing. We'll take on illegal price fixing, and we'll never stop fighting for real people. I took a pledge in this campaign not to take a single dollar from corporate PACs, and I'll never be bought out by Big Pharma. It's not just healthcare. I said I'd make an argument to you about why this race matters. It matters for workers and for unions. It matters for choice. It matters for individual dignity, for privacy, for equality, for our public lands and our public schools. And if you're serious about those issues, you should be serious about putting a fighter in the Attorney General's office. I am so proud of the inclusive, energized, statewide organization we're building to win this race. If you got offered a sticker tonight, you should know this. We had a volunteer travel from Glendive just to meet you and to tell you about our campaign. We're ready for change, and we are building the campaign that can win this election in November. I'm asking for your vote, because together we can elect an Attorney General who works for Montanans again. Thank you very much.